Right then, so day 3 of the bath, and Joe appears to have developed an erection. Just a different kind. So these vehicles, because these were what the engineers or the Remy or mechanics, whoever was doing that sort of job on the battlefield, this is what they drove. So they're obviously equipped to service other vehicles, and all this kit was stored on the sides of the tank. And while I've been gone, Joe's put it all together, and it makes a bloody good gantry. I'll try and put a picture in here if I can work out how to do editing magic of the actual army using this particular tank and pulling its engine out using this crane. And we originally thought we'll put it together and take a few videos using it and then use an actual crane, but turns out it actually works really, really well. It means you can be very delicate, you can lift stuff out sort of inch by inch. Yeah, it makes the job really not easy but a lot more manageable, and you're doing stuff very steady, which is good in these situations. So next job that we've decided to do is, because of all the linkages being seized, we're having real trouble getting them. We're going to get the clutch out of the tank so we can repair it, get the gearbox out so we can free all the linkages up in that, steam clean it properly, then we can clean up inside properly and make a proper job of this. It seems when we've had to go so far with the engine, it does seem a shame to not do the rest of it well. So yeah, using this gantry, we're going to pull everything out how it was made to do, then we're going to leave this up so that when it comes to refitting everything, because it's becoming a running joke now about getting the engine in tomorrow. It won't be going in tomorrow, but yeah, we're going to use this gantry and crane to lift all the gear out that we need to and then put it all back in. So we've got the fans, well, Joe got the fans out while I wasn't here. Yeah, we're going to have a go at the clutch now, get that unbolted and out, and we'll see where we can get. But yeah, this thing, absolutely brilliant for an old piece of kit. Whoever thought of it, I don't know if you can see, there's like, yeah, you can't really see because it's been dark, but on the inside there's two just U-shaped channels that sit on the top that RSJ goes across, the block and tackle goes on that, and yeah, just makes everything nice, slow, steady, safe, and hopefully means that we don't drop a rather irreplaceable engine. So yeah, we'll get the clutch out now and then make a start on the gearbox. Quick to eat your heart out. You want? No, I'll let it do. No. Tell you what, I'd rather do a clutch in one of these than a Discovery.
down, isn't it? Ah, that's. Oh, yeah. That's long. Give me a hand putting it on the floor. I think I may have just touched you now.
What did it feel like?
Small.
Hey! Or do you want the bad news?
Good news. The bad news.
Bad news is I broke your snap-on your snap-on tap handle.
That's not bad news.
Which is warranted.
Yeah, we can replace that with nothing.
Good news.
Got you there. Oh, you got the bastard out.
The bastard came out.
Good man. Do you reckon we can weld that back up and use that thread again?
Stop being a pikey. Right, so that's the gearbox out of the tank now, and we were wrong. This wasn't isn't an Allison transmission. Right, it's a Merit Brown Z5 1R something or other. Whatever it is, it's full of spinny gears, makes tank go move. But the impressive thing with this is, despite how crusty it is, when we've gone to check the oil on it, it is absolutely like brand new. And when we've had the filter out, that as well looks absolutely brand new. So we're sort of hoping this might have been serviced when it was put in storage, and should hopefully, once we've worked on freeing everything off a bit more, like most of these are free now and moving. Obviously we can't get the leverage on them stood as it is, but yeah, hopefully once we put some power into this thing, we'll get some movement. The other thing we've got to admit, or own up to, is unfortunately this old girl didn't go to the Falklands. We've done a bit more research on it, a few people have got in touch, and what we believe now is that this one was one of the training vehicles that they did the wading tests on. So it may have spent all its life in country, it may have gone abroad, we're not quite sure yet. We still need to track some more history down. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't go to the Falklands, but that might be why it's still in relatively good condition. But yeah, so next stage is we've got two broken studs stuck in this thing still, which we've been trying to get out and don't want to come out. So these two, we believe, have because they're steel bolts in an aluminium block, we think they've corroded together and glued themselves in solid, and they really do not want to come out. We've heated them up, we've welded nuts on. Next stage is maybe turn the thing upside down, get the serious foam detector out and inflict some serious violence on them and see if they come out. If not, then Joe, and if Joe gets upset when I start swinging the sledgehammer, we might drill them out, but I think the sledgehammer sounds a lot more fun.
We have had some luck this side, don't we?
Yeah, so this side, as you I will splice in somewhere. So that stud was snapped. That one wound out with a bit of heat and an extractor. This bastard though, this thing nearly made me, I nearly lost it this afternoon. So drilled the centre of it out, got the extractor in, thought it was moving, and then the extractor sheared, which then you've got hardened steel stuck in your stud, which is great fun. Tried drilling that out with some masonry bits, which I'd heard couldn't drill hardened steel, which they did until they lost their edge about 3mm in. So they got thrown out the window. And Joe ended up heating it up, tapping it round. It did eventually go after a lot of patience. And we found the problem was, it's, let me get lined up. If you can see in there, that has previously been snapped, drilled out and helicoiled. And the helicoil had sort of bound up on itself and wedged everything in. You see that one's quite large. That's an original, and that was the trouble. So yeah, we need to re-helicoil this, and hopefully we can get the manifolds back on when it's in situ. But yeah, as the engine fires up, which we'll demonstrate for you now, that it is a runner, and it makes absolutely stunning noises. You can feel the thing start up. Yeah, it's pretty epic. So yeah, we'll get it started up for you now, show you what it sounds like, see if it melts any of the cameras, and yeah, then we'll set about getting everything stripped out of the tank, ready to go back in.
Right. Jesus!
Told you it fucking runs well, doesn't it?
You can feel that in your fucking chest.
I thought I was having a heart attack.
Right, so that's episode 3 of the Centurion Barv Abandoned Tank series. That's the first time I've actually heard that V12 fire up, and by God, when that thing fires, it's absolutely insane. It's just, you can feel it sucking the air out of the room. While I've been working this week and doing my boring, crappy day-to-day job that actually pays the bills, Tiny Jack and Joe have got absolutely loads more done to the Barv, which I'm going to get out there tomorrow and film all that for next week's episode. I believe the painting started, they've got more stuff freed up, they've managed to get hold of some more parts and some more coolant parts, which the damaged coolant pipes is the main reason that the gearbox came out, but now it has turned out to be for the best. It just means we can make a proper job of cleaning the internals of the tank up and getting everything freed up, repair those damaged linkages from episode 1 or 2, I can't remember which one it was from. But yeah, get all that, and then hopefully on the next couple of episodes we're going to start getting everything put back into the tank, and once we do that we can actually drive the thing, which is what we're aiming for. We're not going for a complete, utter, pristine nut and bolt restoration. We just want it to sort of look how it would have done in service when it was under the care of the Remy. So it wouldn't have been pristine, but it would have been functional, and that's what we're going for. So hopefully in the next couple of episodes we should get that done. So if you want to follow the progress, please like the video, rate it, that helps us out a lot with the analytics on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel, because again that helps us out. But yeah, until then, I'll say have a good one.